Right, we're on. Look at this, we're live again.
Let's go.
God, Mr. Waddington, how the hell are you?
I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah,
good?
no, good, exciting. I've been doing a lot of these of late, so this is it's exciting. I love it. I love it. I love just hearing about you guys.
Yeah.
So we had Ryan on, as you know, just last night actually. So that was good.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to him?
Yeah, he voice noted me today quite a few times, and we're always back and forth, me and Ryan. So, yeah, he's a good lad as well. He's very dedicated as well, which you need to be at this game. So, yeah, he doesn't leave any stone unturned.
He was. It was a remarkable chat. You know, anybody watching this who has not seen the Ryan one yet, when these go out, it's like it is such a good chat. You're gonna, obviously at the time of recording, you've not seen that yourself yet.
No.
But yeah, no, really, because we just recorded that last night, 24 hours ago. But yeah, really, really good chat.
Yeah,
He's such a great lad. I was just fair sold. It was the only, in terms of like this program, this supported program that we do, 1-to-1 with players, you know, our shop window, if you like, is the only amateur. Yeah, at the time of taking, obviously, I suppose Ellis was technically an amateur at the time, as well. When we first started working with him, but yeah, he's. Yeah, I don't know. There was just something about him. He's a bit different.
Yeah, he's got that likability though, hasn't he? He's quite an approachable person, and I don't think I've not got a bad word to say about him. And I haven't known him that long, to be honest. Like probably 6-7 months maybe, but we practice quite regular together, and he's a top guy.
Yeah, no, he's a great asset, and obviously it's great for him because obviously, you know, he's ticking the box of, in order to get better, you need to play a better opponent, and obviously, you know, with your experience and you know, being a pro as long as you have, you know, it's great for him. So tell us, and obviously we've only been together. What do we think? 3 months? September?
3 months, yeah, I think about 3 months, but yeah, it's gone well so far.
Indeed it has, which is exciting. But it's like, obviously, God, this will be partly my learning as well, because obviously in our time together, we're more kind of touching on our coaching aspect. But like, how old were you when you first picked up a cue stick thing?
Well, I can remember when I was about 3-year-old.
Good God.
Yeah, no, I was on my dad got me one of these 6-foot tables, and I was on a crate playing. I think it was snooker on a pool table. But no, 3-year-old, so quite early starter.
Wow. And what and so like what, through childhood were you, like, I take it obviously with your size you were having to be on pool tables, or you were trying snooker?
Yeah, I was predominantly pool, but then I did dabble with snooker for a few years. Obviously played Steve quite a few times. 4-3 either way every time, but obviously he's a talented cueist to whatever he does. So,
yeah.
But no, I would say predominantly pool, but I've dabbled at snooker for probably 4 or 5 years on the Pios. If you've heard of that, have you heard of the Pios? The Pontins International Open Series.
The Pontins thing. Okay, right.
Yeah, I was on that with Kyren Wilson, Judd Trump, and
Mark Joyce,
Stephen Ellis, and
Kingy, and all that.
Yeah, there was Liam White was on that as well. There was some proper players like that have been top six. Gary Wilson, Gary Wilson, you said so. A lot of the top 16 that was on that probably is that around about now. So
yeah. I've never heard it called Pios before. Obviously, I've heard it talking Pontins back in the day.
It was just on a Pontins a Pontins campsite. Yeah, it was Prestatyn, Wales.
Prestatyn, yeah.
Enjoyed it. It was great. It was like a festival weekend. There was loads of weekends of them, but obviously you got to play. The tables there were so tight. You asked Steve, like the tables was so tight. Like there was 4 in the back corner room, and you just couldn't put anything below the black spot. You don't even try.
Really?
Ask him. Just ask him. It was unbelievable. You would play safe straight away. You couldn't even pot it. Couldn't even see the pocket.
Good God.
Yeah, honestly, they were brutal. Like, you could not pot.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Wow. So a bit different to American pool then.
Just a little bit, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. You don't even aim for the pocket really at 9 ball because you're always trying to pinch angles if you can. You never really want to be straight in on 9 ball unless it's the last ball. But
Yeah.
other than that, you don't really want to be straight. You want to leave your angles all the time.
So you were toe with these guys at Preston?
I won't say I was toe to toe. I finished about. I think I finished early 20s and you had to finish top 16 to be professional. I won good run. I lost in the semis or the quarters to Mitchell Mann, if you know who he is.
Yeah. No,
I lost
Mitchell. Yeah.
5-3 to him. Well,
Yeah.
I actually played Anders Zhang as well, and I lost 5-4 to him in one of the other earlier
Wow.
competitions. But no, I had a good time and obviously top experience as well for me. That.
Mitchell, I mean, obviously, fabulous player, but obviously, I've heard so many people talking about Mitchell when he was young and what an
Yeah,
unbelievably hot property
he
he was.
he was the when I was younger then, but he was like one of the probably I don't know how old he was, maybe 12, 13 maybe, and I must have been 20 maybe, 18, 19. But he was talked about to be like the next big thing.
Yeah.
Loads of 147s, and I remember like, oh, Mitchell's done this, Mitchell's done that. He was that kind of thing. But yeah, obviously he went off. I think he went off the scenes for a bit, didn't he? I think he stopped playing or something, or for a fair few years. But now he's back and he's enjoying himself. I think now in the shootout the other day.
I saw him. I saw him. No, it was good. It was good. No, I mean, we've spoken a few times over the years, and yeah, got a lot of time for Mitchell. And obviously, God, I mean, just like everybody in WST, just an amazing player, and
Yeah,
fully deserves to be there. It was good to see him at shootout. No, it was good. He seemed to be enjoying himself.
yeah. So he played a shot and he played double and he pointed to the pocket and it
Yeah,
put you
I
there
saw
and it went
that.
in. Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
that video.
but that's what the shootout's all about, isn't it? I mean, you got to have a bit of fun.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
crowd make it, don't they?
Yeah. No, and it seems to be a very positive move to Blackpool with it, which is good to see. Obviously, I wasn't there, but obviously been enough times when it was in Leicester,
Yeah,
and to be fair, it was a good venue at Leicester, but no, I don't mind the event. I think it was like really good. I had an awful lot of bother with trying to get WST players to try and take it seriously and do some
yeah,
shootout style practice
yeah,
before it.
yeah.
I was on a kind of losing, stream of that, trying to
Really?
persuade players to do that. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's no, it's all good. So obviously, like you stopped playing snooker at how old then?
Well, I still play a bit of snooker now. Like I'm giving Jordan Shepherd a game just after Christmas, keep my arm going. But yeah, I do love snooker. I mean, my dad's got a snooker table at his house, so I play that a lot. Well, not a lot more than I play pool, but if I had like a big money match coming up at pool, I'd play probably 2-3 weeks solid of snooker to keep me
Wow,
going for pool because
right, yeah,
anything on a pool table is going to be easy to pot when you're potting long balls on a snooker table. It's in my eyes. That's the way I saw it. But
yeah, yeah,
then it worked for me. So
yeah. I mean, I think like from a potting perspective, I mean, I think it works really well. I mean, maybe not so much from a cue ball control
no,
perspective.
no, there is
Yeah,
that with end of the
yeah,
patterns. But if you know the
yeah,
patterns and you know you know how the cue ball works, then on a pool table, then it should be good to go.
yeah. No, that's great. So, like, what's your highest break in a snooker table?
I've had 2 147s.
Just the two.
Well,
Just
I'm gutted as well because I missed a pink into the green bag for back-to-back 147s. I know Gazibit's had it, but not everyone gets back-to-back 147s. But it still haunts me to the day that.
it's just incredible. How I mean, obviously, like when I first got together with Sheppy was on his snooker mission at the
Yeah,
time, and
yeah,
my word, what shaping a snooker table, just mesmerising and incredible
yeah.
player,
He's a
just
good player.
unbelievable. But yeah, no, it is. It's really good. But I mean, it just seems that it's always amazes me how you guys can swap between events. But you know, you and Sheppy and Ellis seem so good at it. You know, just swapping. You know, and Ellis is. I can remember telling me some story. He played a guy in China on the snooker table. He got invited to play a local or something. So like he said, oh, so they played him for 6 months or something on a snooker table, and anyway, so he just like knocked in a century, and the guy's like chin dropped as Ellis
Yeah.
put the rack cue back in the back.
Is it rack cue? Yeah. Wow.
just the final nail in the coffin for him. But it's what the three of you guys can do. I mean, it's remarkable to me. It's amazing.
Yeah, if anything, not struggle, but I'd rather go from snooker to pool than pool to snooker because I don't know why that just seems a lot easier for me.
Right.
Maybe I don't know why. I don't know. I've not quite worked that one out yet. But I can go from pool to snooker really easy. But from when you go from pool, I go from snooker to pool easy. But when you go from pool to snooker, seems a little bit more hard work.
You'd think it'd be difficult both ways.
Yeah, but pool to snooker totally. Snooker to pool for me, it's easy. Not easy,
Right.
but easier.
Yeah. So obviously, like competitively, have you played every discipline at pool, like competitively over the years?
Yeah. I've been on the GB9, won a couple of events on there. See America, I've won a few events out there now, and my bread and butter, 8-ball pool. Yeah, won a few events at that as well. So managed to win the other event at snooker as well. So yeah, not bad.
Yeah. And what's the preferred option?
8-ball pool for me. Yeah, that's my bread. That's my bread and butter. I know the ins and outs for that. So yeah, that's me.
Like, do you enjoy that more than?
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I do. I'm lucky enough to be full time, so I play every day. So at least 3 or 4 hours a day, at least. So yeah, I'm always ready to go when the time's right.
That's absolutely amazing. How did you get to, like, obviously, like, because there'll be young players watching this who are, you know, like league level players, and they're trying to get to like say yours and Sheppy and Ellis's level, you know, and it's like I always think, you know, you guys have got so much to teach these lads, you know, like how do you get to be doing this as a job? Like what advice would you give?
Just practice. Everyone will tell you that if you speak to another pro, just say practice, hard work, watch a lot of players as well. You learn a hell of a lot off watching just players as well. I mean, I practiced with a few snooker players around my way when I was just growing up, and I didn't get a shot for like 4 or 5 frames. But I watched. I wasn't just picking balls out. I watched what was going on. I watched what shots they're playing, how they're playing it, why they're playing it, and exactly the same with that with Paul. You don't. I have a saying like you don't lose, you learn. Every time if you don't lose, you learn. You learn something. And that's it's the truth, and nothing beats hard work. Nothing beats hard work. You only get what you put in. That's another saying in it. So and it's truth.
Right, and that's really the kind of key bit. It's like, you know, certainly Mary Talbot, I think her process, and she didn't learn this from me. She was doing this before. I'd kind of suggested it, and she says, "Oh no, I've already been doing that for the last few years." But obviously, she spent, you know, her entire career in snooker, and then coming across to the pool world just in the last, you know, few years, realised, you know, she's got so much to learn. So you know, she's been, you know, studying videos and watching you guys live, trying to learn the patterns and all that, you know, which has been really key. You know, like pot the balls is kind of easy. It's all the other aspects of the game,
correct,
you know, that you know, to try and learn off you guys. And obviously, she's predominantly obviously playing with men as well, you know, in terms of trying to bridge that gap. So I think, you know, her process is, you know, just really good. You know,
you can't beat just watching play. I mean, I would you just watch like YouTube. You can watch YouTube like I've watched
Yeah.
YouTube hours on end, hours on end. I'm always watching YouTube, a pool video
You
or
still do that now?
still do it now. Still do it now. You can never stop learning. I'm like a sponge. I like to text stuff in. I like to know what's gone. Why he's done that. Why? And I'm like a big sponge. Really, I like to take it all in.
I've certainly found that, like in our chats together, you know, it's like over the last 3 months, you know, you've just been so like you are just now, like, you know, really animated and just really exciting to learn like new things, you know.
No, of course, yeah. I mean, yeah, it just gets me giddy thinking about learning because you can never stop learning, can you? You never know it all. You never. You can always learn.
Yeah, yeah,
No matter if you're up here or down here, you're always learning little bits every time. You might not be learning as much as what you're up down here, but you're still learning.
Yeah. No, absolutely, and you know, it's the same for me too. It's like, you know, I'm fortunate, you know, like my mentor, poor guy's dead now, unfortunately, but you know, that I learned this in the golf world, as you know, when I was in Florida for all those years. But it's I was instantly, as soon as I started to kind of like win this, because obviously like I'd already studied this when I was in my 20s, when I was a competitor, when I was a racing driver. You know, I had my head in the books looking at psychology to try and get an angle or an advantage over my competitors, you know, because I realised that was what the whole thing was about. Like turning sport is easy. You turn up at the event with an advantage over the other guy.
Yeah.
That's all you've got to do.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's how you do that. That's the tricky bit. You know, but in a process and a goal, that's all you do. Because when you do that, the results just take care of themselves after that. So whilst I was doing this, obviously I was like mad into this stuff anyway. And then obviously as I was getting certificated in Florida, you know, in tour golf, I knew instantly. I've never been a player, as you know, in Q Sports, you know, but I thought snooker straight away was what I thought, you know, like I thought, God, this is going to apply so well to that. You know, the thought of missing and then going and sitting in your seat and destroying yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, when you know a better path of doing stuff, you know, which was so when I came back from America, what, probably 10 years ago now, you know, I went straight into World Snooker. You know, skipped pool, skipped amateur snooker, straight into World Snooker. And it was quite a you know, a kind of like a learning curve. And then obviously like working with Sheppy in the snooker world, and then as he, you know, he gave it a good go for a year or two.
Yeah.
As you put that aside, he took me to ultimate pool event in Blackpool, and I'd never been to a pool event.
No.
Before this, so obviously this is a number of years ago, and it really opened my eyes. I was really like, I was partly kind of concerned, quite. God, this is not the elite sport world I was used to, because obviously I spent, you know, my entire working life in the very, very upper echelons of, you know, elite sport, you know, in football and golf and motor racing. And, you know, it was like, good God, it's like stepping back in time almost, you know. But I was also like really excited by it as well, Pool, because obviously, you know, it just represented such an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, as well. But it's been great, you know, like I'm absolutely loving the pool. And you know, Ellis and Sheppy were very patient with me, teaching me about, you know, there's no cushions anymore, and there's rails, and what the hell is a bank, and what's this on the hill stuff, what the hell does this mean? And so I've been learning all my pool terminology bit by bit. Well, I don't know if I've got it now, but like I love
You're getting there. You're getting there.
It's tremendously exciting. So obviously, like, you know, we started in September, you know, which was great, and obviously, like, you know, I'm very kind of very much kind of do my homework in terms of like if somebody's coming into the supported team, because obviously it means me devoting quite a bit of time to this.
Yeah.
And my word, as I started asking around about who this Craig Waddingham guy is, my word, the reports were glowing. Not only
Really?
you
Yeah,
as a
good.
player, but much more importantly as a guy, which is
that's
really
good. That means
right.
a lot.
But
That means
it's
lots
not
of
surprising, given
No.
I've gotten to know you a bit better. You
Thing is,
deserve
though,
that.
I'm approachable to anybody. Like, if anybody sees me at a pool event, I mean, feel free to come talk to me, because I'll talk to anybody. Like, just to people. Some people do look up to you, don't they, as a pool player? Like, some
Yeah,
amateurs there, and like when you're in America, like they all want to know why you're over here, what you're doing, and how are you, and things like that. And it's just like nice to be friendly, I suppose. And it don't cost anything to be friendly, does it?
yeah. No, it doesn't. And obviously, like some of the American players I work with were in that tournament you played in. What state was that in again?
It was in. Oh my God, come at me. Oh, it's gone now. Where was
God,
it?
I'm glad it's not just me that couldn't remember.
Oh no, where's it gone?
Where the hell's Ultimate Pool USA? There's people screaming at
Oh my God, where's it gone?
the screen now.
I've slept since then.
Wasn't Michigan?
No. Because I've been 5 times this year. Where was it? Oh my God, it's gone. It's actually gone.
That's terrible, isn't it?
I
It's
should
terrible.
know. It was national finals. That's all I
There's
remember
only
it as.
there's only 52 states to remember.
Yeah.
It wasn't Alaska or Hawaii. Definitely
No.
wasn't.
Oh, where was it? Oh my God, it's gone. It's gone. It's Christmas. It's nearly Christmas though, isn't it? My mind's on that, but that's
Yeah,
terrible.
and it's already
Terrible.
past my bedtime, so I'm excused.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It'll come. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. It will
I'm
come to me.
sure. I'm sure it will. But yeah, no. As I say, like some of the Americans, they were just partly why they were in touch, because they saw what you did, and obviously Mary had a great run there as well, and
Yeah.
the doubles, But how is obviously it's how is this ultimate pool like stretch going into USA? Obviously, different tables and stuff. It seems to be pretty successful, right? It's a good
Yeah.
venture.
Yeah. It's got a massive like future. I mean, the people out there love pool, like I've never seen it before. The fans more than anything. Fans just playing pool. It really is like just fans playing, but no, it's massive, and there's Brits like do get treated like royalty, really. Like, people come and speak to you, and it's just like glowing. It's really like just. I'm a friendly person anyway, so, but
Yeah,
it's nice to talk to people, and I just show a bit of interest in what's going on, like what's happening in, because there's team event there paid $100,000. It's life change for a team, innit? $100,000 for a team of, it could be up to 8 people, I think it was. But imagine winning that 100 grand for a week's work.
well, and is it work? Yeah,
Well, it won't be. It won't be for them. Well, it's just a
yeah,
league. It's just a league, so they're playing league pool for $100,000,
yeah.
and it's going to
That's
be.
great.
That's the start. It's going to be like the bar's going to be full. Who knows how high it's going to get?
And
But
so
I want
you
to
can
be. I want to
you
be
see
involved.
this growing and growing and growing year on year.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's the first year first year it's happened. First year national finals happened. It's £100,000 for the first team.
Wow.
So it can only be that's the minimum, isn't it? Like, where's it going to be? Where's it going to be next? Could be a $250,000 next year. You don't know, do you?
Yeah. I mean,
There's all these people chucking like $20 in a week, I think, to play league pool. That's where it's all come from, I believe. So it's
wow.
brilliant, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I find it so hard to keep up, because obviously, like every weekend, we've got even our relatively small band of supported players. In a weekend, they're playing all over the world.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's busy for you, isn't it?
Literally,
Yeah.
this year, Peru to Egypt to Australia to China, America, and it's like, so I can't even begin to possibly, keep up with it all.
No.
And different rule sets and all the rest. Oh my God, I'm not even started on the rule sets. I'm just still trying to learn the terms,
Yeah.
But again, luckily, obviously, here to learn any of that off me.
No.
But it's just so much to kind of keep up on. So, like, Ultimate Pool America, like, is this going to be like they're doing tournaments every single month, or how's this going out?
Well, I believe there's 5 next year. From what I'm getting at, I think the first one's in March, and then it goes. Then the dates are sorted after that. So I only know the first one's in March, and that's in Iowa, which went to last year, which is lovely venue at Iowa, nice place.
Right. So is this? What's your plan for 26 then? Are you going to do that and Ultimate Pool
I'm
UK?
going to do Ultimate Pool UK, and the America ones, and as much as I can fit in.
So I take it there's no clashes.
No, there won't be. I wouldn't have thought so because it's the same. Yeah, well, but both of them are full, so I wouldn't have thought there'd be any clashes.
Yeah.
Some of the events might clash with, like some China events that Mellon and Jordan might be in, but I don't know about that. I don't know what the dates. That's with I don't know about them. So.
Well, yeah, but obviously for you sticking to one series, one brand, if you like.
Yeah, you shouldn't miss any of them. If they don't clash, I'll be in everyone.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
The Brits seem to do well over there, so the Brits seem to do really well. I mean, Tom, my good friend Tom, he does all right out there. Joe's done well out there, so Sheppy's won a few events, Mellon's won a few events, so we always seem to run deep whenever time we go. So Deck has won. No, Deck has lost in 2 semis, I think, when he's been over there. So he's gone deep as well.
Wow. No, that is great, and it's funny because I was just, an hour ago recording one of these with Big Steve, and he was just saying as well, like how, what was it? I think he said like the top 6 in the Hayball ranking were all UK guys.
Are they?
Yeah. Where our fan Gareth, Quint, Sheppy,
Jack Whelan, he'll be there.
Jack Whelan.
Yeah. Wow.
Dominic.
Wow.
But I think obviously partly because that obviously the Chinese guys are earning so much money in China.
Yeah.
They have the option of going on the world tour, but not doing that.
Yeah.
So obviously, that's the next stage is obviously going on these big China events, going toe to toe with them, because obviously it's the only game they've ever played.
Of course.
I think that's the it's what you wouldn't see in other sports. Like you wouldn't see like a top tour tennis player has spent their career since they were a kid playing squash, badminton, and tennis.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen. They wouldn't be where they were if that was to happen. But yeah, obviously that's what's happening in Q Sports for you guys.
Yeah.
You've literally played practically every discipline that there is.
Yeah, the only one I haven't played is Chinese 8-ball.
You've never played it at all?
Never played it, no.
You've had a shot at a table though, right?
I've gave Jack Whelan a few games, at his house. Yeah.
But you liked?
I do enjoy it, yeah. I do enjoy it, yeah. It's a bit of a hybrid, isn't it, of pool and snooker?
Yeah.
I do like it, yeah.
It does seem to be the thing. I mean, like, obviously James here, my business partner. I was going to say other half there, but
you quickly pulled it back there. You did well there. Yeah. Other half of the team, you meant, yeah.
They might think, oh, God, the other half of them, me being very attractive. That might be. but as I say, so it was really like he had a shot on Craig Brown's table this year, and I was just like totally sold, like just buzzing, because he's like James is a kind of county level pro player, quite he's quite
okay,
yeah. He's good. Like I was quite surprised, but but yeah, like he was just totally blown away. You know, he had a wee played half a dozen racks with Craig. You know, and that was fun.
He's done well as well, Craig Brown, hasn't he? He's
Yeah,
done well.
yeah. No, he has. He absolutely. You know, so much more to come. You know, absolutely. You know, like way more to come. But I almost called him Chris Brown there because there is a Chris Brown that I also work with.
Is there?
Yeah. He's IPA. I want to say, yeah. But anyway, no, it's been a tremendous year. You know, it's hands down, you know, the most successful season I've had.
Yeah.
You know, there's been so many highlights, and you know, you doing what you did over there. So how was like you went, because obviously there are way too many tournaments for me to keep up with. Was there like a number of Americans that you met in the early rounds when you won?
Well, I won the shootout. So it's top 32. Like, it's an invitational one. It is the top 30, the best top 32 go in it, in theory.
Right.
And yeah, I played. Who did I play? Right, you're gonna test me now. I played Lucas Werner. You know, who just missed out on the Mosconi.
Okay. Oh wow.
Jeez. I beat him 6-5, and then I played Ashley Benoit, who's one of the top girl players. I beat her 6-4, but she played very well. Who else did I beat after that? Then I think I beat Joe Prince from UK.
Right. Yeah, Mary's playing partner.
Yeah. And then I beat Declan in the semis 6-4. And then I beat Justin Bergman in the final 6-1. 6-2. I played Justin in 2 finals now. 1-6, 1-6-2.
Right. Jeez.
So yeah, but I played I played faultless both games. Like, he's not made one mistake both games.
Wow.
But on them tables, if you get a ball, you tend to clear them up, especially at the level that we do play at. So.
Well, I obviously when we started working together, obviously, you know, we'll not go into any great depth, but just kind of touching on it, like, you know, I knew instantly, like I said to you on our first kind of chat about you were going to make a big gain easily and quickly.
Yeah.
And that was simply because of the food and water intake.
Of course.
Was just a mile off.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
But how have you found that adjustment?
Quite easily and quite well. At the start, maybe not so easy, but now, yeah, I'm used to it now. Drink a hell of a lot of water. Eat properly, prepare totally different than I ever did before.
Yeah.
Like, it just, like you say, like you told me before, if you don't prepare, you're not going to fail to prepare to fail, aren't you? It's one of the, it's that, that's it really.
Yeah.
If I don't prepare properly, I know I won't win. Simple as that.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's really like it's something obviously like from the world I'm used to, you know, and any, you know, like race driver or tour golfer, like you would not. I keep meaning to take a picture for you guys, like emptying a tour golfer's bag and showing you what he takes for an 18 hole. I mean, it's just absolutely remarkable, the food intake.
Yeah.
And we have this rule with the golfers. It's like, you know, we're eating on hole 2 onwards, and they're eating every single hole.
Every hole.
Every hole.
So crazy. What, like banana?
It's maybe half a banana, you know, on the second. The other half of the banana on the third. Fourth, it might be, you know, a half sandwich. They'll maybe eat that over the course of, say, 3 holes.
Yeah.
And then a trail mix, squeezy honey. And it's just not a lot, like, but you're constantly whittling everything all the time. And obviously, like, the tell is, you know, there's things like I'll set little traps for them. Like say if I'm on the bag, because sometimes I go around with them on practice days and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But sometimes a caddy, and I love caddy and all that, I really like that, right? But obviously I use the trolley because I'm a million years old. There's no way I'm carrying that back, right?
Yeah.
You know, good God, I'm not even putting it in the trolley. It's too heavy to lift to do that.
No, I agree. The power caddies are bad.
Yeah. That's the shot, you know, and
Yeah.
it's my power caddy. I own it, so like I do that. So I go around with the power caddy, and it's just like watching them do things like, you know, we'll maybe be 3 under after 9 holes, say, you know,
Yeah.
and we get to 10, 11, 12, you know, like for those 3 holes, we're maybe 2 over.
Yeah.
You know, for those 3 holes. So we've got a drop in performance.
Bit of a dip, yeah.
And I'm watching and I'm like, I know that he's forgotten and he's had nothing to eat.
To eat some, yeah.
But I'll let them hang themselves.
Yeah.
Because they have to learn to do it. There's no point in them performing really well. Because obviously, like in snooker or pool, the role doesn't exist. No. I can't be sat in the chair with you.
No.
You
know? There's much as you want. No, you can't. No.
You know, but it's like, you know, but you know, they've got to learn to be, you know, self and obviously like look at their performance, because again, it's like, you know, they might get to 15 and they still haven't acted. You know, the performance has dropped and they've not responded and thought to themselves, looked at actually,
why? Yeah,
I'm not playing so good right now. What's my checklist? Okay, food intake, hydration, last another one. How do we feel, right? So that's our checklist, right? And they've got to learn to, you know, like do this by themselves, and then you catch them, and then like they'll come to 15 and they'll stop and they're like, I haven't eaten on the back nine. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, And I'm like, yeah. Like, why did you should have caught this in 12? Never mind.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Right, okay, yeah, get it. And they'll be, you know, now they're into quite a deficit, so they've got to go to plan B, food intake wise, right? And fruit pastels are getting like rattled in their throat trying to get themselves back up to where they were. You know, but again, it's like, you know, like just teaching them to be, you know, self-inflicted. But it's so important. And again, like we go over this in the hub, you know, just for the people who are paying you, they didn't need to be 1-to-1 for this. Where it's like when we're in WST, apart from the shootout or something, you know, like it's a piece of cake, really. You know, like you've got one game a day. You know, there's nothing to it really. You know, like getting the food intake right. You know, obviously we're eating during the course of the day.
You can plan, can't you? You can plan.
Yeah, no, like it's easy. But for you guys in pool, oh my God, even at your level or you know the county guys as well, you know, like you're playing 4, 5, 6 matches a day.
I know, but you can always, I suppose you can carry a few bunches of bananas, and you can prepare some way, I suppose, can't you? But
you can absolutely no. It's for me. I think it becomes all the more important on pool, like the food intake, because it's like it's such a long day.
Yeah,
and players are flagging. And it's almost like when you told me about your food intake and your hydration and stuff like that. I told you
it was terrible. It was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and it's not unusual. But like I described to you about what your tournaments would be like.
Yeah.
And that there'd be a lot of matches later on in the day you'd probably lose in and stuff. And
it's right.
Yeah,
it's right.
Because it was never going to be any other way.
No.
And the only kind of advantage you've got is obviously the only thing that kind of offset it a bit is because if everybody else is doing as bad a job with food and water,
they're not gaining anything, I suppose.
Yes, there's no net gain, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's bad, like with it. But obviously, this is just one of many reasons why, obviously the players in the group are shining because, we're being professional.
Well, it's no fluke, is it? It's no fluke that my performances have got not performance, but my feeling, my well-being has gone a lot better. My preparation has gone up like from there to not from probably from there to there, but it can go even better. But No,
Yeah.
just prepare. Just rather than knowing how I know I'm going to feel now, rather than thinking, oh, I hope I'm going to be all right. Do you know what I mean? Rather than, but now I like the way I prepare now. I know I'm going to be okay.
Yes, yeah,
That's a big
exactly.
difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously once we got your food and water sorted out, we're then kind of like touching on your mindset, which, we had a really good session a couple of weeks back, eh?
Yeah,
It was great. It was so good. We both came off the phone buzzing,
well,
like, good God, it's great.
I had like a weird feeling. It was like a release. It was crazy, but in a good way.
Yeah, and it's so exciting. It's like I described to you. It's like you've got a pen and you pricked somebody with it, and like, oh shit, and it's like, because obviously we'll not go into details, obviously, but it's like, we hit upon something that really hit home for you.
Big time, yeah, big time.
That was massive and obviously profoundly affects things on and off the table.
I've like it's in my day-to-day life as well now. Like it's now, it's not now, it's not then, it's not when, it's now.
It's
and
it's
just
massive. I was just this is my third session tonight, and my first one tonight was with a profoundly skilled, UK pool player. Again, very at the upper echelons and stuff, on the pro circuit, and it was the same, with him. Like I said to him, like, all the answers for this person, it didn't lie on the table.
no,
It was
also, yeah,
it was in life.
yeah.
And things getting done in a different way profoundly affect us, kind of like on the table. Because obviously, if you're struggling to cope with said difficulties in life,
Yeah,
and getting unbelievably pissed off, with X, Y, and Z, then obviously, of course, that's going to happen exactly the same.
of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, I'm lucky enough to have my wife. Like, she supports me through thick and thin. So I couldn't ask for anything better. I go away and she's so supportive. I couldn't ask for a better wife. She's top.
Amazing.
And that only reflects me on the table. It has to. It's positive, isn't it? So.
Yeah, no, it does. It absolutely does. But it's kind of like, obviously, like Steve's year on the outside, like like, obviously we've only been together, 3 months, but obviously I've been 4 years with Big Steve, and it's like,
wow,
and it's like 3-4 years, yeah. So it's really been like for me and him, that this was just part of. This was the plan. Like the 2025 that he's had and the amazing run he's had was all part of the plan, and we put things in place so that this was the outcome of that. And we worked really hard last winter and prepping for this, and we've got a plan in place for 2026 to kind of output. So it was of no surprise to me and him.
no.
Kind of like what's happened this year, but I kind of feel like with some players, I kind of feel like where I was last year with Steve and the excitement about what could happen in 25 and did.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in that with you, and I'm so pumped about this. And my plan with these is maybe, I think every 6 months we'll kind of do this with all the players.
Yeah, cool. Let's see where
we'll do this again, in the summer, and then it's like, I think it'll be like really good learning for players, like seeing what we're talking about. These guys were talking about this in December, now it's June, and look what's happened.
Yeah, that sounds brilliant to me. But I need to thank Big Steve as well, because I think he put in a good word with you.
He sure did.
Yeah, he's a top lad. I owe him a few bottles of water.
Yeah, and some solid bars. And some
banana ones. Banana ones are the best ones.
Banana ones, that's it. You love them, don't you?
Banana ones,
that is such a good thing to be eating. And this is it, because it's such an alien thing in Q Sports. I find, like eating and drinking for performance. We had Mark King, we had my best run in World Snooker was we made semi-final. We beat Judd in the quarter with Mark King at the British Open in Milton Keynes, and that was maybe 4 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And Mark got an interview, and I sent it to Soreen.
Really?
I emailed the marketing department, and I sent them a link to this because basically, you know, that I forget the girl. You know, she hosted the shootout as well. Really nice girl, you know, with the long dark hair.
Rhiannon Evans?
No. The host.
Oh, the host. Oh, I don't know what you mean. Yeah, is she Irish?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what she's called, but yeah, I
I
do know what you mean.
But yeah, she was there with Jimmy, and they were interviewing Mark after the game, and Mark's like, you know, like, God, of course, by his own admission, of course, you know, there's players that are, you know, obviously, you know, more skilled or applied themselves in different ways than him, but it's like, you know, he was very, very disciplined with his food intake.
Yeah.
And he sat there at the table, you know, in between each frame, and he's just shoveling food down, you know, and he's just so disciplined. It's a science project to him, as it would be with an Olympic athlete.
Yeah, of course.
Right, you know, what time is it? Like, okay, we're on at 7. Now, I do want to sit in the restaurant till 5 o'clock. I want to be finished at 5:45.
Yeah,
you know, that's how anal we were with the food intake. You know, and for him, it was really, really important. You know, he found it to be massive.
I'm the same. I can't play on a full tummy.
No, understandably, yeah, absolutely. And we're watching what we're eating. We're eating different things at different times.
Yeah,
you know, and it was because Mark got to know his body and what his body reacted to stuff. So we had it down really, really good. And he was getting this interview, and they're asking him about like you're just eating all the time. He says, well, it's part of my work. We know, and it's like, what is it you're eating though? And it's like, well, I'm eating soy bars. So like, soy bars, what's that? So he's telling him. So obviously I sent this to Soreen, and I'm like, come on. Let's get a badge on. Let's get some money going here. You know, because it's like the amount of Soreen sales there must have been off the back of me and pushing it to every single you guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's
you
know, the shelves of Tesco's are getting empty the Soreen, especially banana ones now down your way.
Oh, top
but
level.
yeah, have nothing back from them. Nothing back from them.
No,
really disappointed.
No, they're top bars are them, Soreen. Top bars.
Well, obviously we're not eating them because they're tasty, because Galaxy's just going to be better, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're good for you, aren't they?
Exactly. So from a nutrition aspect, in sport we eat and drink for performance, not because we're thirsty or hungry. And it's a totally different thing.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously, you know, this was, you know, massive for you. That's why, you know, like we're 10 minutes into the first session as we were, and I was super excited. My good God, you see how well this Mr. Waddington's doing.
Yeah.
4 now. I know we've got a big step coming up.
Oh, just doing this. Really, like I was, at me bottom, really, aren't I? Like of what I can be. So that's the exciting part. That's the exciting part. Yeah.
I think that's the fascinating thing about our potential. Is like really, like none of us know what it is.
No, it could be really high, can it? But now I'm looking after myself a hell of a lot more now than I ever have done. So that's only positives. Yeah.
And I also, like I've had a player recently message me and they said that they dropped. I mean, my head works in kilos. I just can't do pounds. But they said that they'd lost a ton of weight just off the back of hydrating. You know, properly. Because I ask any dietitian, it's one of the first things they'll have you do. It's like making sure you're hydrating properly.
Well, I lost 2.5 stone just not drinking fizzy drinks.
Wow,
simple as that. Like not. Well, I'm looking at myself a bit better, to be fair, but like not drinking fizzy drinks was a massive thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's just absolutely amazing. No, it's like
you can tell, can't you?
You're looking. You always look like really buff. You're like a bouncer. I wouldn't want to fight you.
No, I'm like quite broad.
Yeah.
But,
No. I'd like to see you and Sheppy in a fight maybe one time.
Nah, he's got no chance. He's got no chance.
But no, it's been you've been such a joy to work with. You've been so like, it always kind of blows me away how open it is, because I always kind of think it's like, you know, you guys are kind of like, we've just met. Like, I'm telling you, they're suggesting things to go and do,
Yeah.
and we're just going doing them, and
Yeah.
yet I'm not a player. My highest break's 9.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? But it was a good
That was a
night.
good day. That was a good
It
day.
was a good night, you know. But it's like, I think you know, it always kind of blows me away how open and kind you guys are. That like, I'm suggesting stuff, and despite, you know, my lack of knowledge of the game and stuff, you know, like, you understand that that's not a hindrance for me. You know, like it's like I know about human performance, and that's
Well,
what
yeah,
I'm here to
you
help
might
us
not
with.
know. You might not know about not much about pulling snooker, but you know
No,
about hydration and eating and looking after yourself, and that's
yeah, and
it's
mindset,
so important. So important, and
yeah,
it's not just
yeah,
it's not just knowing how to play the game. That's only part of the game. You need to be well prepared before you get there, and that's where you come in.
yeah. Like, and totally, and obviously, like, the world in just in elite sport, you know, things are done, you know, in an entirely different matter. I mean, you know, I've got like golfers say in the third, because obviously, like, European tour golf is incredibly tiered,
Yeah,
right? You know, like, there's thousands of players in European tour golf, right?
yeah.
And you know, there must be 20 professional tours just in
Right,
Europe.
really? Bloody hell.
So it's like, you know, like, the world I'm used to. It's like, you know, I've got, say, players in the third tier, and say the prize money is probably pretty similar to what would be for ultimate pool.
Yeah,
You know, you would kind of say, but you know, these guys are. There's no question of being a part-time player.
no,
Not even an option to be doing that. No
no.
option whatsoever. These guys are, you know, in the gym, you know, 3-4 hours on the range, 3-4 hours on the putting green, you know, gym, stretching, eating like an Olympic athlete, absolutely stick thin, yoga, swimming pool, absolutely everything is on the line just to stay still.
Yeah, yeah,
In order to get ahead, incredibly difficult, you know,
yeah,
and it's the same in the football world. I mean, you know, I've, you know, some of the footballers I've worked with over the years, you know, I had a goalkeeper in Switzerland, and he was in the second tier of Swiss football. So, having looked at the stadium and using that as a gauge, right?
yeah.
Obviously, an approximate gauge of the standard compared to like England, I don't know, probably conference,
Is
probably
it?
equivalent,
Really? Yeah,
probably,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't even say like Division Two, but yeah, probably conference. You know, maybe, you know, like League One in Scotland. But you know, like, and I was one of 4 members of staff that he personally employed.
Wow, wow.
But like, for me, that's the world I'm used to.
Yeah, of
And
course.
here
Yeah,
we are, you know, obviously World Snooker being the Formula One of Q Sports, and obviously then you've got Elite Pool, you know, just slightly behind that.
yeah,
And you know, like, you know, it's a completely different world. I mean, if it was like for like, you know, you guys would have 4, 5, 6 members of staff each,
yeah, yeah.
and
Wow.
that's just completely unimaginable. But
Yeah, of
that's
course.
the world I'm used to.
Yeah,
You know, and obviously trying to kind of convey. Now, obviously, we can't do all of that, but you know, we do what we can to try
yeah,
and bridge that gap and professionalize the whole thing in terms of, you know, our process, and we've got a clear plan of improvement, which
yeah,
you and I will sit and do this after the year for 2026, and it's like, as I'll be doing with all the players early January, it's like, right, this is where we're heading.
yeah,
This is how we're going to get there.
yeah,
And off the back of that, you know, like, but it's a constantly kind of like evolving plan as well.
Yeah.
You know, like we're looking at what we're doing and then kind of like doing that, and it's exactly the same as any kind of like elite businessman would do, or myself and James do with Q Sport Hub. You know, like where James is, you know, like he'll make an advert up, he'll put that advert out, we'll look at the data,
Yeah.
and we evolve our process and do something different for next time and
Yeah.
seeing what the results. And it's exactly the same happening in elite sport.
Yeah.
You know, so Liverpool's probably a bad example, but you know, obviously, you know, like an elite football team, Premiership football team, or McLaren in F1, they're not doing exactly the same as they did this year, even though they won the title. They're looking for ways of trying. How can we do it better?
Improve. Yeah. Yeah.
How can we do it better? You know, it's
Yeah.
exactly the same. You know, like obviously you're, you know, had an amazing few months, but you know, like we're not resting there. Oh my God, no! This is just
No. That's just a. I'm like, well, as I can tell, I forgot where I played. I'm like, once one competition's it's finished and I'm on to the next. Like I want to win the next one, and then when that's gone, I want to win the next one. I don't dwell on losses. I don't. You can't take things like I don't dwell on losses. Or I don't like live on the high of winning a competition too long. Next comp straight away. For me,
yeah, but it's like the process of how do we arrive at the next comp better
yeah,
than we were this
that's
comp.
right. Yeah, that's right.
You
Yeah,
know, and that's our process, and obviously what me and Steve have been doing a number of years now. So it's like, you know, if that process has clearly worked profoundly, you know, with Steve, you know, and there's absolutely no reason why if I get another players like yourselves that are going to, you know, apply some different things and be open to doing that
yeah,
in their full time as well.
yeah,
Then you know, of course, like the end result's going to be exactly the same. And
yeah,
Ryan's been very good at this.
yeah.
Ryan probably, despite being an amateur,
Oh, he's not now. He's professional from next year.
well, he's pro now, yeah, exactly, but
Yeah,
was an amateur at the time. But you know, like he's been probably the best of all years, and in a few areas in terms of like, I think there's, you know, if there's 2 weeks this year that's gone by and he's not been in touch, that's been rare.
yeah,
That's really rare. It's like the number of times I've got up in the morning and I've looked and I've got another voice note from Ryan, which is brilliant. Like I
yeah.
love hearing this, and it just accelerates my learning with him.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
he's on it. Yeah,
he
video
is.
calls me most mornings. Well, not video calls, my video. He voice notes me.
Yeah, right. He
But
just he loves that.
he's top man, and he's one of me. He's got his business on me. My shirts next year.
Has he really? The
Yeah,
roofing, right?
yeah, yeah.
That's brilliant. God, how absolutely awesome.
No, top man.
It's could you guys what about you could you guys play doubles?
What on a Monday night?
Like yeah, for next
Yeah,
season.
I think he's going to go with Greg.
Right,
But
okay.
I think I'm with. I think Melly wants to go with me again this year. Was
All right,
unlucky last year, but he wants to go with Greg. But he did say like in the future, like who knows, like we could go
yeah,
together.
yeah. I love Chris. Love Chris. I've spent a few months with Chris in the past, and just yeah, great guy.
Yeah, he's probably
It's fun. I saw him this season, you know, at Players, and it was great to chat again.
he's probably the most overall probably talented cuesman probably ever seen. Like pool, snooker, the 9 ball, hay ball. I think he's probably got the most talent I've seen at them all. Probably like who could combine them all. I'd
Yeah,
say it's probably him.
yeah. It'd be beyond what I can see to kind of point out. I just see somebody who's
Yeah,
astonishing, but he's all look astonishing to me. You know, I
yeah.
mean, it's just you
No,
know,
thanks.
amazing.
Thank you.
But it's really really good. So no, it's no thanks for your time tonight. It's just
No
it's
problem, mate.
great,
Anytime.
and I think we'll do this again, like publicly, you know, 6 months from now,
Yeah, of course.
and then you know, folk can watch, you know, back to back what we're saying now. as to what happens. So we're putting our money where our mouth is,
Correct.
and
Yeah.
we're going to be doing big things. And,
Let's go, mate. I'm ready.
It's so pumped.
Nice one, mate. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, my friend. Take care.
Cheers, mate. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you, buddy.